Hey Lash Pros, today we're going to take a moment to talk about cleansers and cleanser ingredients. As you know, the right cleanser can extend your client's lashes and make their natural lashes healthier, but the wrong cleanser could actually bring your business down. The wrong cleanser can lead your client to get mites, bacteria, it can make your retention lessen, and after that you could lose clients, so it could really affect your business. So I wanted to give you some tips and tricks on how to choose the right lash cleanser, because unfortunately we can't just go by marketing. Just because a product labeled lash bath, lash cleanser, whatever, doesn't mean that it's actually good for your lashes or makes your lash extensions longer. And you can see that when you read the ingredients. It's amazing to me how many pros buy these things and sell it to their clients without actually checking the ingredients. So I wanted to just quickly tell you guys what to look for. Before I jump into ingredients and what to look for, I wanted to touch on baby shampoo real quickly. I don't know where this came about that people started recommending this, but it is not good for your lashes. It's actually not good for your baby. There's a lot of things in here that actually lead to lash mites and lessen your retention, and a lot of things that are very irritating. So make sure you read my blog on this. I'll put the link below. 10 reasons why not to use baby shampoo. The other note I wanted to give, if you're one of those people that's making your own cleanser, thinking that that's going to make it more natural because you're making it yourself or you're trying to save your clients money, I really want to discourage you from doing that for a few reasons. One is your product that you're making is not being tested. You're not testing it for stability. You're not testing it for ophthalmology. Unless you really know the science of what you're combining, you're really creating a risk. And the other thing is, as a business, when you're selling something that is homemade, you're really putting your business in a risk as well, because you'd be liable if your client could claim that anything happened to you because of that product. Even if you don't think that that could happen, people can sue you. And when you don't have a company behind it with an actual label, you're really putting your whole business at jeopardy. So I really want to discourage you from the homemade concoctions and the baby shampoo. It's, first of all, not professional to tell your client to use this on their lashes, but second of all, it's not good for them. So read that article, but I want to get into what to look for and what not to look for. So many of you, or I think we all know, that oil and glycol will kill lash extension retention. Oil, as we know, makes the adhesive clump up and swell, and then that's when the lashes get clumped together and they look kind of crazy. So anything with oil in it, and it could be any type of oil, it's in the label, you want to avoid. There's also those tricky products that have aliases. One example of that is mineral oil. Mineral oil sounds healthy, and you think minerals come from the earth, but mineral oil is actually a byproduct of petroleum. It's really toxic, and it's too big a molecule to really absorb, but it can cause all kinds of irritation, acne, dermatitis. So you want to avoid any products on your skin, hair, nails, anything that has mineral oil. And if you read my blog, there's like 40 different aliases for mineral oil. So sometimes you don't even know you're getting oil because it will be a strange name that doesn't have the word oil in it. So you really want to check that out. I'm not going to list all the aliases right now, but if you guys check the list, you can make sure your products don't have that in there. So glycol. What is glycol? Glycol is a type of alcohol, basically, and it helps products evaporate. Glycol is in a lot of products, and it will just say propylene glycol or glycol, and you want to avoid that because it's going to dehydrate the hair. It's basically going to create a result where your extension falls off the hair without the hair attached, and they kind of feel dry and brittle. So you want to absolutely avoid anything with glycol. I can't tell you how many lash products are on the market that are called lash cleanser that have glycol in them. So please read your ingredients. That is a no-go. We know that. No oil, no glycol. The other thing is sodium or salts or saline. All of it means salts, and they can be listed differently on the label, but any primers or cleansers or cleansing with saline, I've heard all these things. If you guys just think about common sense, when your client cries, goes in the ocean, sweats, what happens? The lashes tend to feel brittle, and then they flake off without the hair attached. They get dehydrated. Well, the same thing's going to happen if you're cleaning with sodium or saline. So we really want to avoid those ingredients as well. One of the most important things to avoid are surfactants or sulfates. Sulfates like sodium lauryl sulfate or different versions of that are what make a product foam or suds. They're detergents, and they're really drying to the hair. So they can cause the extension to fall off without the hair attached and lessen retention, but they also can be pretty toxic. So we want to really avoid anything with sulfates or surfactants that make it foam or suds. And if your product does foam or suds, that's a huge clue that maybe it's not lash friendly. So you want to look for a gel cleanser. So the next ingredient we want to avoid is parabens. Many of you are probably familiar with that term. A paraben is a preservative, and it is a carcinogen. It's actually really not good for us. It could be cancer causing. So we want to avoid any products that have parabens in them if we can. So I like to choose a paraben-free cleanser for my clients. Triclosan. Triclosan is a name for an antibacterial ingredient. You guys might have heard all the press with the hand sanitizers and the triclosan, but it is known to be toxic. It has been, I believe it's banned, but I'm not sure, but that is still in some of our lash cleansers as an antibacterial. So we want to avoid triclosan. A great alternative is aloe. Aloe is a natural antiseptic. That's what our lash cleanser, the main ingredient is aloe, which is a natural antibacterial. But triclosan is a chemical antibacterial and has been known to be toxin and possibly cancer causing. So you want to avoid that one. So those are just a few of the things you want to avoid in your products, and it's really easy, guys. When you're buying something, just look at the label. It should list the ingredients on the website. Make sure none of those are listed. I'll put in the blog, you know, all the different aliases you guys can look for. But you also want to think what you want in there for your client. For us, in our lash cleanser, we like to put in biotin and panthenol because they're going to improve the client's natural lash health. So you actually get more and more hair to work with when the client comes back for fills. We also put silk extract and chamomile and cucumber, different humectants. So we want to really hydrate and keep that bond hydrated and lush and soft so it lasts better without oil. So humectants are great like cucumber. Hopefully this little video will help you guys when you're choosing which cleanser is best for your clients, because really they're the key to retention. You know, what you do in the studio is only 10% of the battle. What your client does at home is 90%. And if you sell them the right cleanser, you're gonna prolong their lash life, which means they're gonna be a client longer, they're gonna be happier with their results, they're gonna save time and money, and you're gonna be busier. So we really urge you to get the right cleanser that's healthy for your clients. So we really hope this helps you choose the right cleanser. We're gonna put all the tips and tricks in that blog listed below with all the ingredients you guys can look for. As always, please like and subscribe if this was helpful, and we'd love to hear your comments.